Someone is crazy in love but on this Monday night. Archangel Michael says, tonight is not an ordinary Monday night. Something is stirring in the air, something deep within the heart of a person who cannot hold back the intensity of what they feel. The world outside looks calm, but inside their soul, a storm is raging. They are walking back and forth, restless, as though their heartbeat is louder than the silence of the night. Every step feels heavy with desire, with longing, with the uncontrollable fire of emotions that cannot be hidden anymore. Crazy in love, that is the only way to describe the trembling of their spirit. On this Monday night, shadows fall across the walls, yet their mind is not fixed on the night itself. It is fixed on the face, the presence, the very essence of the one they cannot stop thinking about. Their whole being feels consumed by a fire that cannot be put out. They whisper words to themselves, words they would never dare say out loud in daylight. The night holds their secret, yet it also makes it unbearable to contain. They are on the edge of something they don't fully understand, but it feels like their heart is about to explode. Their thoughts are no longer their own, but borrowed by the rhythm of passion moving through their veins. Every breath is heavy, every blink is a reminder of the face they cannot escape. It is not obsession, it is devotion so fierce it burns like fire through the quiet of the night. The clock ticks, and with every second, the energy builds higher, like a rising storm about to break open. They are caught between restraint and surrender, between silence and a scream of confession. Monday has never felt like this before, unpredictable, magnetic, dangerous in its intensity. The wind outside howls, brushing against the windows as though the universe itself is listening. The night does not feel empty, it feels alive, almost echoing the heartbeat that refuses to calm down. The feeling is too big to be hidden in the dark. And yet, they try to sit still, gripping the edge of the table as though grounding themselves. But their hands shake, their chest tightens, and the truth presses harder. They are in love, crazily, recklessly, uncontrollably in love. The night stretches longer, yet their soul feels as though it is racing forward. They cannot slow it down, nor can they stop it, the current is too strong. They are not simply thinking, they are drowning in waves of unspoken desire. Archangel Michael says, the fire within the human heart is a sacred force, both dangerous and divine. On this Monday night, that force is not sleeping, it is awake, alive, and searching for expression. The kind of love that keeps a soul restless will not be hidden forever. They close their eyes, but instead of peace, they see a vision so vivid it steals their breath. The smile, the eyes, the voice of the one they long for, it flashes like lightning across their mind. They open their eyes quickly, only to find the emptiness of the room even heavier. Crazy in love, yes, but also trapped in silence. They know they are walking on the edge of a secret, one that could change everything if revealed. And tonight, that secret feels as though it's pushing to break free. The chair creaks as they lean forward, their forehead pressing against their palms. Their body shakes not from fear but from the intensity of what their heart carries. It is not simple affection, it is a force that could build or destroy, depending on where it lands. The sound of the night grows louder, the crickets outside, the faint whistle of air, the ticking of the clock. All of it feels like background to a story that is reaching its breaking point. They are holding their breath without even realizing it. Love this strong feels like madness, but it is the sweetest madness of all. Their heart belongs elsewhere, and on this Monday night, the truth is undeniable. They are no longer their own, they belong to love itself. Their soul whispers, almost trembling, "If only they knew, if only I could say it." But the words stay locked, echoing only within the chambers of their spirit. And that silence feels like the heaviest weight of all. The darkness of the night has its own language, and the heart understands it well. It speaks of longing, of yearning, of what cannot be explained with simple words. It is not logic, not reason, it is pure energy that overtakes everything else. They rise from their seat, unable to remain still anymore. The body follows where the spirit leads, restless, pacing, searching for an outlet for all that burns inside. It feels as if the night itself is too small to contain this love. Archangel Michael says, "Not all storms are meant to destroy, some are meant to awaken." And tonight, what stirs in the heart is both a storm and an awakening. Crazy in love means living in a fire that transforms the soul forever. The thought of surrender is terrifying yet irresistible. The heart beats louder, urging them towards something they cannot resist. Love demands courage, and tonight, that demand feels louder than the silence. They grip the window frame, staring into the dark streets outside. The world looks asleep, but their heart is wide awake, thrashing with an energy that feels impossible to contain. The shadows seem to move, almost reflecting the storm inside them. The air is heavy, charged with something unexplainable. It feels like love itself is pressing against the walls, demanding release, demanding to be seen. Their breath grows shallow, as though even the night is holding them hostage. They press a hand against their chest, almost as if trying to calm the heartbeat that refuses to slow. But every pulse is sharper, louder, carrying the echo of the one they long for. It is not love at a distance, it is love alive, raging, roaring inside their spirit. They whisper again, but this time it sounds like a vow, soft and trembling. "I can't escape this. I don't even want to." And the night listens, wrapping their words in silence. The room feels smaller now, as though the walls themselves are closing in. Every object looks different under the moonlight, as though the universe is shaping the atmosphere to mirror their inner fire. This is not ordinary restlessness, this is love overflowing. Their body refuses to sit still, they walk, turn, stop, then walk again. The floor creaks beneath their feet, but they barely notice. The only sound they hear is the rhythm of their own heart pounding like war drums. They stop before the mirror, staring at their own reflection. Their eyes look different tonight, glowing with an intensity that is not usually there. It is as though they are staring at someone possessed by passion. Crazy in love, yes, but the kind that feels like a destiny written long before this Monday night. The mirror stares back at them, daring them to admit it out loud. But they remain silent, though every part of them screams with truth. The clock strikes midnight, and the atmosphere shifts. Midnight always carries weight, but tonight it feels heavier, sharper, more alive. The stillness is not empty, it is electric. They clutch the edge of the table again, grounding themselves against the pull of what they feel. It is like being caught between two worlds, one of restraint and one of raw surrender. But the heart already knows which way it wants to fall. Archangel Michael says, "The fire of love cannot be chained forever, it was born to rise." This Monday night is not meant for denial but for awakening. The heart will find its way, even when the lips remain silent. Their breath shakes as they let the thought wash over them. For once, they stop fighting against it. They allow themselves to feel everything, even if it breaks them. They close their eyes once more, but this time they do not try to escape the images. They allow them to come, visions of closeness, of voices merging, of hands that should have been held long ago. Each vision grows sharper, almost unbearable. The night is thick with temptation, thick with emotions that refuse to be contained. Their whole being aches, a sweetness and a torment rolled into one. Love like this cannot be explained, it can only be lived. The silence of the room amplifies everything. Even the faint sound of their breathing feels like thunder in their ears. They are alive, fully, dangerously alive. They whisper into the darkness, "I am yours, even if you don't know it." And the words hang heavy, like smoke lingering in the air. The pull becomes unbearable, they grab their coat and pace to the door. Something inside pushes them to move, to act, to break free of the silence that has caged them. The night outside waits, as though expecting them. They hesitate with their hand on the doorknob. What if stepping outside unleashes everything they've been holding back? But another voice says, "What if silence is the real prison?" The air smells different, filled with the scent of possibility. The streets are dim, empty, but they carry a strange promise. The heart knows that even empty streets can carry messages of destiny. They take one step, then another, letting the cold air strike their face. The night swallows them whole, but the fire inside keeps them burning. This is no ordinary walk. This is a walk led by love itself. The streetlights flicker faintly as they pass, shadows stretching across the path. The silence of the night makes every sound louder, from the tapping of their shoes to the whisper of the wind. It feels as though the world has emptied itself just for them. The cool air does nothing to calm the heat raging within. If anything, the contrast makes it worse. Their chest aches with the force of everything they cannot say. Every step feels heavy, but it also feels purposeful. The night is pulling them somewhere, and they cannot resist. The magnetic force of love is stronger than fear, stronger than hesitation. Archangel Michael says, "When the soul is ready, the world aligns to move it forward." And tonight, alignment is unfolding with every step they take. The night is not against them, it is guiding them. Their pace quickens without them realizing it. It is as though their body is following a map written in their spirit. Every corner, every turn feels guided, even though they cannot see the destination. Their mind races with what-ifs, but the heart silences them. There is no room for fear tonight. There is only room for the truth that refuses to be caged any longer. They stop suddenly beneath a lone tree. Its branches sway slightly, brushing against the wind, whispering secrets only hearts can hear. They lean against it, catching their breath, trembling. It feels as though the universe itself is breathing with them. The tree, the ground, the air, all of it holds them in this fragile, powerful moment. And still, the fire inside does not calm. The branches above rustle, sending a faint sound into the night air. It feels like whispers, though no one is near. Every small sound magnifies the weight of the moment. They lean against the tree, their hand pressed to its rough bark. The sensation grounds them, but it doesn't calm the storm in their chest. Their heart beats too loud, echoing in the silence. Crazy in love, those words circle their mind again and again. They never thought it would feel this overwhelming. It is beautiful, yet terrifying all at once. Their lips part as if words are about to escape, but they stop themselves. The weight of silence is heavy, but breaking it feels heavier. And so they remain trembling, on the edge of surrender. The wind grows stronger, carrying the scent of the earth and the faint perfume of night flowers. It feels like nature itself is breathing with them, amplifying every thought, every desire. Nothing is quiet, not even the air. They take a step away from the tree, pacing again. Their footsteps sound loud against the empty street, like a drum leading them forward. They don't know where they're going, but their heart insists it knows. Every light above them flickers as they pass, like signals from a higher hand. Even in emptiness, there are signs everywhere, guiding, nudging, pushing them toward the unknown. Their chest tightens with anticipation. Archangel Michael says, when love becomes unbearable to hold in, it will move your feet without asking permission. That is what is happening tonight. They are not walking, they are being carried. They reach a quiet corner where the streets intersect. The silence here is deeper, thicker, as though time itself has slowed down. Their breath clouds in the air, and they pause, clutching their coat tighter. This is the kind of night where reality and dream blur together. Everything feels too vivid, too sharp, too alive. It is almost frightening, yet irresistibly magnetic. They tilt their head back to look at the sky. The moon stares down, swollen with silver light, as though it too has secrets to keep. Stars scatter like sparks, reminders that even darkness carries fire. Their chest rises and falls, and they whisper words again, I cannot hide this anymore. The night hears, the sky hears, the soul itself hears. And something stirs, deep and undeniable. The road ahead looks endless, but their spirit does not fear it. They step forward again, every movement more certain now. The fire inside has shifted, it is no longer chaos, but direction. Their thoughts, once tangled, begin to align. It is not just desire anymore, it is clarity. They know this love was never meant to be buried. The night grows warmer, as though the world itself approves. The restless shaking in their body eases into a steady rhythm. They are not calm, but they are no longer drowning either. Crazy in love means surrender, and tonight, surrender feels like freedom. It is not weakness, it is truth breaking open. And truth has always been stronger than silence. Their footsteps carry them further, deeper into the night. The air hums like invisible music, carrying notes no ear can hear but every heart can feel. This is no ordinary walk, it is a passage. The world looks different, painted in shades of mystery and silver. Even the smallest details, stones, leaves, shadows, feel enchanted tonight. Everything mirrors the intensity of what burns inside. They pause again beneath another light, their shadow stretching long across the pavement. It looks unfamiliar, taller, stronger, as though love itself has reshaped their outline. They stare at it, captivated. Archangel Michael says, love changes not just the heart but the shape of the soul itself. What you carry tonight is not weakness, it is transformation. That is why the night feels so alive. The silence presses again, but this time it doesn't suffocate, it surrounds. It feels like a cocoon, wrapping them in something protective. The storm inside is still, but it hasn't disappeared, it has evolved. They stop walking, their hands trembling slightly. Not from fear, but from energy that feels too vast to belong to one human heart. This is not obsession, it is destiny moving. The thought makes their eyes sting, as though tears might fall. But the tears are not from sadness, they are from the overwhelming truth pressing against them. Their chest aches with it. They press their hand hard against their heart. This is real, they whisper again. And the words vibrate in the night like a secret oath. The street finally opens into a small park, quiet, abandoned, almost glowing in the pale light. The benches look old, the grass heavy with dew. Yet the place feels holy, as though love itself carved it for this moment. They step inside, their shoes crunching against the path. The night holds its breath around them, waiting, listening. Even the air grows still. They sit down slowly on one of the benches, their whole body trembling. It feels like the weight of the world has finally caught up with them. Yet at the same time, their soul feels lighter. Crazy in love has brought them here, to this silent altar of night. It feels like confession, even though no one else is present. The park has become a witness. They lean back on the bench, staring at the empty park. The silence is not frightening anymore, it feels alive, filled with invisible eyes watching. Every breath they take is heavier, deeper, more certain. The trees sway gently, their branches creaking softly like voices whispering secrets. Even the ground beneath their feet feels charged, as though roots carry messages upward. The night is a living thing, and it is listening. They close their eyes and let the weight of it wash over them. No running, no pacing, no resistance. Just surrender, raw and complete. Their lips move slowly, shaping words that are almost prayer-like. I am consumed. I am undone. I am whole. And in that moment, love feels like both destruction and rebirth. The air grows warmer, almost wrapping around them like an embrace. Their shaking eases, though the fire still burns deep in their chest. It feels like love has taken over every inch of their being. For the first time tonight, they stop fearing what this means. Crazy in love does not mean weakness, it means truth bigger than reason. It means the soul is alive. They lift their head, eyes glowing faintly in the moonlight. The world around them blurs, and all they can see is the face of the one they love. Clear, vivid, unforgettable. Archangel Michael says, the human heart was never created to live in chains. What you feel tonight is not a curse, it is a revelation. Love this strong reveals your truest self. The park holds them in stillness, but the storm within does not fade. Instead, it settles like fire inside a lamp, contained, but still burning fiercely. They know it cannot stay hidden forever. Their hand brushes across the bench, the cold metal reminding them they are still here, still flesh and bone. Yet inside, they feel immortal, as though love itself has lifted them beyond the limits of time. Their body is trembling with more than desire, it trembles with destiny. They whisper again, this time stronger, clearer. I cannot bury this. I will not bury this. The night responds with a sudden gust of wind, fierce and undeniable. It feels like confirmation, like the universe has heard and agreed. They are no longer fighting against themselves. They are standing inside their truth. The sky above grows darker as clouds drift across the moon. Shadows stretch wider across the park, giving the air a more mysterious weight. Yet instead of fear, it feels sacred. They stand again, their legs unsteady but determined. Every step feels like a vow, every breath a promise. This is no longer about silence, it is about transformation. The night has become a witness to their awakening. Crazy in love has carried them beyond hesitation. What was once torment has now become clarity. Archangel Michael says, the journey of love is not always gentle, but it is always real. And tonight, you have crossed the threshold of silence into revelation. You are not who you were at the start of this Monday night. Their eyes glisten as tears finally spill, soft but powerful. They do not wipe them away, these are not tears of weakness but of release. The heart has spoken, and the body follows. Every nerve in their being feels alive. Even the pain is beautiful, because it is proof that love is real. To feel this much is a blessing, even if it hurts. They walk deeper into the park, each step lighter than the last. It feels as though the chains have fallen. Their body is fragile, but their spirit is stronger than ever. The fire is still burning, but it no longer controls them, it fuels them. Love is not their prison, it is their freedom. And on this Monday night, they are free at last. The night begins to thin, the faintest hint of dawn showing on the horizon. A pale light stretches across the edges of the sky, soft but steady. The transition has begun. They stop walking, turning to look at the fading moon. For a moment, they wonder if the moon has been their witness all along, holding their secrets in its pale light. Now, as dawn approaches, it feels as though those secrets are ready to transform. The world shifts, moving from night's mystery to morning's clarity. What once hid in shadows is about to meet the day. And their heart is ready for it. Archangel Michael says, love revealed in the night is made stronger in the light. Do not fear the dawn, it will only confirm what your spirit already knows. Love is not leaving you, it is rising with you. The first birds begin to sing, their voices sharp against the silence. Each note feels like a signal, a song of beginning. The world is awakening. They smile faintly, exhausted but alive. This Monday night has changed them forever. They are not who they were when the sun last shone. Crazy in love has become more than fire, it has become a crown. Heavy, radiant, undeniable. They wear it now without shame. The horizon glows brighter, painting the sky in soft colors. Dawn is here, and so is truth. And truth feels lighter than air. They turn back toward the path, ready to leave the park. The steps are steady now, guided not by confusion but by purpose. Their spirit feels taller, braver, alive. The world around them hums with energy. Every sound, every shift of air feels meaningful. They are walking not away from the night, but carrying it with them. Their hand brushes across their chest, feeling the steady rhythm of their heart. It no longer feels frantic, it feels strong. As though the fire has found its rightful place. Crazy in love is not an ending. It is a beginning. And this Monday night was the passage. The dawn stretches wider, touching every corner of the earth. Shadows shrink, colors bloom, and the sky becomes a canvas of light. Everything feels renewed. They walk toward the horizon with quiet strength. The journey has changed them, and they carry the proof inside their heart. There is no going back. Archangel Michael says, "The world bends for those who walk in the fullness of their heart." And you, tonight, have stepped into that fullness. Love has remade you. This Monday night will never be forgotten. It was not ordinary, it was destiny, awakening, and fire. It was the night the heart claimed its freedom. The sun is not fully risen, but the glow of dawn makes the air shimmer faintly. The city begins to stir in the distance, but here, it is still quiet, still sacred. The heart beats steady, unshaken by the world waking up. They slow their steps, standing still in the middle of the path. Their chest rises, deep and calm, carrying a rhythm that feels eternal. Love has not vanished with the night, it has only deepened with the morning. The fire inside them has shifted into a steady flame. It warms instead of burns, but it still demands attention. They are no longer trembling, they are rooted. Crazy in love is not a phase, it is a force. It lingers in every breath, every step, every thought. This force will not leave when the sun fully rises, it has become part of them. They continue walking, and the path leads them toward the edge of the city. Sounds of life begin to echo, distant footsteps, the faint hum of engines, the slow return of routine. But they feel separate, as if walking in another layer of reality. The ordinary cannot touch them after this night. They have tasted something beyond reason, beyond time. And once touched by that, you are never the same. They pause to watch the horizon shift from pale gray to soft orange. The light spills across the ground, making everything glow. It feels like the world itself is bowing before a love that refuses to die. Archangel Michael says, "When love reshapes you, the earth itself will notice. Even the sun and the sky will reflect your awakening." The world bends toward those who are alive in truth. Their eyes sting again, not with sadness, but with a joy too deep for words. The weight that once crushed them is gone, replaced with a fire that uplifts. The night was heavy, but the morning is weightless. They whisper again, but this time not into silence. They speak into the light. "I will carry this love. I will honor it." The promise feels real, etched into their bones. It does not matter if the world hears, it matters that the universe has heard. That is enough. Their footsteps grow faster, stronger. No longer wandering, no longer restless. They are walking toward destiny, unafraid. The city grows louder, but the noise does not disturb them. Cars move, people stir, the hum of morning spreads across the streets. Yet inside, they remain untouchable, wrapped in the cocoon of last night's fire. They feel eyes upon them, though no one stares directly. It is the sensation of carrying something sacred, something too strong to hide. Love radiates outward, unseen yet undeniable. Crazy in love has given them a new aura. People may not understand it, but they will feel it. Every encounter will shift because of it. They smile faintly, realizing that they no longer carry a secret. They carry power, alive and breathing in every step. And the world will feel it without them speaking a word. The day begins fully now, sunlight spilling over rooftops and windows. The glow makes the air sharp and alive. Every corner shines brighter than it did yesterday. They pause at a small cafe, the scent of warm bread drifting into the street. Ordinary life unfolds here, people ordering coffee, conversations flowing. But inside, they feel extraordinary, as though they've stepped into the world reborn. They sit at a corner table, their hands folded lightly. Even in stillness, the fire does not dim. Their eyes shine with a glow that cannot be explained. Archangel Michael says, when love burns this deeply, it is not hidden by silence. Even strangers will see the light on your face. Love will reveal itself, even if no words are spoken. The steam from the coffee curls upward, twisting like smoke, carrying the scent into the air. They watch it carefully, their mind drifting back to the night. Every detail replays, not as torment, but as treasure. They sip slowly, grounding themselves in the warmth of the drink. The taste lingers, but the memory of love lingers more. Both warm the soul, but only one sets it aflame. Crazy in love does not end with sunrise. It follows into the day, changing how everything looks, sounds, and feels. Even the smallest things carry meaning now. They smile faintly, almost laughing to themselves. Ordinary life is still happening, but they know they are not ordinary anymore. They are different, marked by fire. The cafe grows busier, but they remain calm in their corner. People rush, chatter, spill stories, but all of it feels distant. Their heart is tuned to another frequency, one beyond the noise. They glance at the window, the sunlight pouring in. The glow strikes their face, illuminating the tear tracks that still linger faintly. The world may see them as tired, but inside, they know they are renewed. They inhale deeply, as though the air itself tastes different now. Every breath feels like a vow, unspoken yet permanent. They are alive, crazily alive, and there is no return. Archangel Michael says, once awakened, you cannot go back to sleep. The soul has been touched, and the mark is forever. That is what makes this Monday night unforgettable.